guys, and welcome back to Lounging with Logan. This week we're going to be talking about Logan's adoption story. He's been with us now for almost 6 weeks, and we are so excited to share how we went about the process of picking Logan and bringing him home to be a member of our family. So the first thing that we did was we Googled local dog rescue near me. It was really important to us that we were adopting a dog from a rescue, making sure that it was a puppy that really needed a good home, going into a good home at our house. We're a little biased, but we think we're a pretty good home. And being that we're in the middle of a pandemic, we wanted to make sure that we weren't traveling very far or going crazy. So we looked for something very close to home that would be able to be a good match for us. So what we came up with was Home for Good Dog Rescue, and I absolutely loved the name. The name hooked me up in a minute. Like I was just like, oh, have to find out more. So then I clicked on the website and was even sucked in further because look at these puppies, look how cute they are. They're just absolutely adorable. So before I decided to go through the application process and look up the dogs that they had available, I wanted to make sure that this organization would be a good fit for what we were really looking for. And so I wanted to learn a little bit more about them. So I clicked on our story and I read all about them, and I just absolutely loved their mission and what they do. They are 100% foster-based rescue, which means once all of their puppies and all of the dogs that they rescue are taken in, they go into loving homes so they can learn how to be loving family pets. And they go in from what can sometimes be really, really scary situations in shelters or in a high abuse area, things like that, and they get picked up and taken in and put in with people that will love them until they get to go to their forever home. So what they do at Home for Good Dog Rescue is they pick dogs up from high kill shelters in the South. And a lot of these high kill shelters, what it means is, you know, there's a lot of animals that might have health issues, or there's just too many dogs in the shelter and they're not able to adopt them out fast enough. So in situations like that, a lot of times, very sadly, dogs do get euthanized, which means they get put to sleep. And they don't get that chance at a happily ever after. So what Home for Good Dog does is they go into these communities and they go into these rescues and they pick up puppies and dogs that would otherwise maybe be at risk of being euthanized. So they take them up and they bring them to their own rescue. And you're going to see a whole little video clip that they shared with me a little bit later about that. And you'll see the whole process from start to finish. So I absolutely love that. Frank and I just thought it was such a wonderful way to rescue a puppy, rescue a dog in need. They have the whole story from start to finish, and we really just love their message and what they do. So after we fell in love there, we decided to go over to the application process. And it's a very lengthy process because what they do as a very good rescue, they make sure that they are matching the perfect pup with the perfect family. So we had to fill out a lot of questions, go through the whole thing, and get interviewed, and it was a really, really great process. So when I scrolled through here, we had to fill in all this information, where we live, where we work, just so they know that, you know, our dogs aren't going to be home all day by themselves. Who lives in the house, if everybody in the house is in agreement about getting a dog, what other pets we have, what we would do if there was a discipline issue, because they want to make sure that you're a good, loving family and that you're not going to be harmful or abusive with the animal. And we also scrolled through and we found all of these detailed questions, and I loved that. I was like, this is really great because they're going to make sure that they're matching the perfect dog with the perfect family. So we went through the whole process, we filled out the whole thing, and then what we also did was we made sure we put in some very good references. So the references that we put in, I put in Ms. Davis and my brother and my sister, and Ms. Davis was the first one that got the phone call, and she gave us this glowing review because they did approve us, and it was so great because she was able to share what we're like as friends and then also share what we're like when we're around Blue, because we hang out with Blue sometimes. And so from there, after they interviewed all of our references, they called us for an interview, and we were on the phone and they talked about us, about our life and what we do and, you know, what our activity level is, because that's the other thing too. They want to make sure that if we're a couch potato family, they send us with a couch potato pup who just wants to relax. A high energy puppy like Logan might not be the best fit for a family that wants to relax. But we like to go out, we like to hike, we do pretty active things. So we got matched with Logan. Now, if you scroll through here, once we were approved, they directed us to their adoptable dogs. So we were able to scroll through and see all of the cute pups that are available for adoption. Now, what I did is we had originally put in for one other dog, but by the time we were approved, that dog was already adopted in her forever home. So what we did was they helped us find Logan. And this is Logan's original page. And let me tell you, when I found a new home, that makes me so happy. All these weeks later, he's been with us for almost 2 months now, and it makes me so happy when I see that. But Logan came with us, and he's now home, sleeping right next to me right now on the floor. You guys will get to see him in a little bit later. But like it says here, plenty of his friends are looking for one too, so you can find a pet to adopt. Now, Logan was part of the SpongeBob SquarePants litter, so his original name was Patrick. And look at that cute little puppy. These are the pictures. I just thought he was the cutest little thing. And so we scrolled through and we learned a lot about him. Here he is right here. And this little story, this little snapshot rather, about him was just so cute. Patrick is our next confident little man. He likes to shred his stuff, but follows his foster mom's lead very attentively. And let me tell you, he sure does. He really does. He spends all of his time following us around, making sure that we are always there, and follows us around with, looking for direction. What should I do next? What should I do next? Because he's super smart and he likes to play around and he's very food motivated. So he knows if he follows directions and he listens and he does fun tricks, he'll get a treat at the end of it. Now, what I want you to do right now is I want you to sit back and take a look at this lovely video that Home for Good Dogs shared with me to share with you about what they do for their process and how they take care of these animals. They have been rescuing dogs from start to finish. So take a look at this video.
The shelters down here are so high volume and have so many dogs coming through that they cannot keep them all. So unfortunately, the ones that are too medically expensive, the ones that are heartworm positive, don't get the chance that they deserve and are put down. Unfortunately, a lot of the shelters down here are slabs of concrete that people might throw food at the dogs once a week. Especially the Deep South here. The shelters, if you can even call them that, it's just disgusting. It's complete filth. It's living in dirt and feces and urine. At a lot of these shelters, the cleaning protocols are not up to par. There's bacteria and disease everywhere. All of these dogs are unvaccinated and contaminating each other. Taking them out of these southern shelters is really just giving them a second chance at life. We need to do more. We need to get them out and we need to get them home. Welcome to Home for Good Dog Rescue. We are here in beautiful Aiken, South Carolina. This is where it all begins. This is where the dogs literally start their lives. It is their oasis, their heaven from where they have come from. And our beautiful property has acres and acres and acres of green space. We have beautiful beds for them to sleep on. We have all their health needs met. Just gorgeous area for them to learn to run, to walk, to grow, to be born. We have pregnant mothers that come here just to become what they're supposed to be after the life that they've led. In comparison to other shelters in the Deep South, this isn't even comparable. This is not a shelter, this is a rescue, and a rescue literally is giving these dogs their life. It is rescuing them from the things that you can't imagine that humanity can do to another living, breathing soul. This is heaven. This is where life begins. Once a dog reaches the facility, that is where life totally changes and begins for these animals. They come through the gates, they are bathed, they're given a name, probably for the first time in their life. They are medically checked from head to toe, vaccinated with proper vaccines. We send them to get spayed and neutered. We will do all heartworm treatments. They are socialized, trained to be around people. They're tested with cats and children. They are taught to become family pets, to be the dog that they are meant to be, and they are sent on transport to New Jersey.
Once the dogs have been examined and have been determined that they're healthy enough to travel, we transport them up north one of two ways, either via ground, van, or via air. The ground transport is about a 12-hour drive. It's 740 miles. Via air, about a 4-hour flight. We have 3 or 4 very generous pilots that donate their time and their planes, and they make the flight. It's much less stressful for the dogs, and they come out as if nothing has happened at all. The van transport is a little more stressful. It takes a little more time, but we get them here safely, and we hope to get them all great homes.
When the dogs arrive here at our headquarters in Berkeley Heights, New Jersey, they are met by our volunteers who at that point bathe them, groom them, and take them for walks. Once our dogs are done being pampered, their foster family comes to pick them up and they take them home. There, they socialize our dogs, they care for our dogs, they feed them, they love them until they find their forever home. The reason we are a foster-based organization is to keep our dogs out of kennels and placed in a family setting where they thrive, grow, and learn to be a part of a family until the day they are adopted.
Millions of dogs are euthanized each year through no fault of their own, due to overcrowded shelters. They're unwanted, abused, and abandoned. Please give these dogs the second chance they deserve to find a loving home. Adopt a rescue.
Hi guys, so here we are, one happy family. Logan is with us and we couldn't be happier. So thank you, huge shout out, and thank you to Home for Good Dog. Thank you for everything, and we are so excited to have little Logan in our house. He's very happy, chewing on Frank's hands. So have a good day, and we cannot wait to see you again for next week's episode of Lounging with Logan, where we're gonna go over some new tricks that we learned and some exercises that we've been doing to stay healthy and fit in quarantine. Bye guys, have a great day.